In this video, I challenge you to go all in on Amazon KDP and I want you to watch what happens to your income. Why am I so confident that this will work for you? I'm confident because this kind of business takes $0 to start. It takes 90 days or much less actually to get results, and you don't need any skill to start it. So here's what I see over and over again. Someone's get excited, they find out about Amazon KDP, how to publish their book, and how much money they can actually make. And they consume a lot of content, they watch a lot of YouTube video, maybe they join some communities, they start brainstorming, they publish their first book, and then they don't see a lot of sales on the first week. So they decide to open a TikTok account, maybe they post about it once or twice, and on the first couple of weeks, they don't see a lot of sales. And they just say, the market is too crowded, it doesn't work for me, I'll just go back to scrolling and bed rotting, and it's just not meant to happen. But what happens to the people who stick with it for at least 90 days? That's when the sales compound. If you stick to it for at least 90 days and you decide to publish more books, you decide to post more content on TikTok, then of course your first book might fail, but the second book might fail as well. But then on the third try, then you see some sales coming in and you understand what you did right. Same on TikTok. You publish your first video, your second video, your third video, and you don't see a lot of traffic. But after a while, you have one winner that performs better than the rest. So you double down on that one and you start creating more content like that. And so that way, the sales start compounding and you see that it is possible. And that's what really was really important with this. Like if you're a beginner and you never made money online or you didn't make a lot of money online, what you need to do is making your first sale, making your first few sales, make your first $100, starting small, because that way you validate that it's possible. If you can make $100, then you can make $1,000. And if you can make $1,000, then you can make $10,000 and so on and so forth, right? So what you really need to do is to validate that business model. So here is what I'm challenging you to do now, validating that business model, understanding that it is possible to make money online. And I guarantee you that it is possible because I am making money this way. And I know a lot of people who are making money this way. But first of all, I want to talk about the 3 ways to make money online and why I'm pushing with AI books on Amazon. Because only one of them doesn't require clients, stock, or trading time for money. So the first way to make money online is by selling services or coaching. With services, I mean creating websites, managing Facebook ads, and so on. With coaching, I mean teaching something that you know that you are passionate about. And with this business model, it's basically active income only. So you trade your time for money, basically. So even if you make a lot of money, you are still bound to how much you work and how much time you're putting into that specific business model. So this is why that's not the best way to make money online, because you cannot scale it too much. And if you stop working, then your business comes crumbling down. So the second way to make money online is by selling physical products. So this means, for example, e-commerce or drop shipping. And with this business model, we have a lot of inventory and shipping. So it means that you need to store your products somewhere and you need to actually ship them after you made the sales. You actually also have a lot of costs for advertising. So you have to drive traffic either with Facebook ads, Google ads, or some other ways. And then, of course, you need to ship your products when someone buys them. And if they don't like them, you need to refund your customers. You need to manage their complaint. You need to basically manage their customers. So that comes with, of course, a lot of time, and you end up focusing more on solving these issues rather than actually scaling your business. So the third way to make money online is by selling digital products on Amazon. So with KDP, you create your product once and this will keep selling forever. So you don't have to hold an inventory, you don't have to manage your clients, and you keep 70% of the royalties. You give up 30% to Amazon, but Amazon will take care of the inventory, of the shipping, of the complaints of the customers, and it will remove a very huge amount of headache that you will otherwise have if you are selling physical products. So by any means, if you are a beginner, selling books made with AI on Amazon is the way to go. So let's start with the foundations. So on the first month, I want you to pick your niche, validate the demand, and write your first book with AI. So we need to pick a niche with proven demand. To do so, we go on Amazon and we search for the BSR. I'm going to show you what it means in a second. The BSR means best seller rank, and basically Amazon will tell us which is the best selling book and basically what people are buying the most. And if we see a rank under 80,000, it means that that book is selling quite a lot. So I'm going to show you how to look it up now. So I'm on Amazon and I'm just going to type keto diet, and a lot of books are going to come up. If we click just a random book and we scroll all the way down, we're going to see this best selling rank. In this case, it's 9,500. So this means that this book is the 9,500th bestseller. So when I'm going to decide which niche I'm going to publish in, I can just type, for example, keto diet and check the first few books in this niche. And if they are selling, if they are below 80,000, it means that that niche is profitable. So I can go on and publish inside that niche. The second step is to pick one specific outcome. So not weight loss, but for example, intermittent fasting for women over 40. We need to be specific. So again, we saw keto diet before. So if we just publish a book called Keto Diet, it's not going to sell much. If you create a book about keto diet specifically for people who train, so keto diet recipes for athletes that require a certain amount of protein, for example, then it's much more specific and much more in depth. The third step is to write our book with AI. We can paste a prompt into ChatGPT and Claude, and it will give us an outline in 5 minutes and a full book in 3 days. Why 3 days? I know it won't take 3 days for the AI to create a book, but I want to make sure that you create a great product. So you need to go back and forth with Claude or ChatGPT for a while and to give it maybe a human touch to adjust the tone and to make sure that you create a product that you would read yourself. Let's always keep in mind that we are not selling to bots, we are selling to people. So we need to create a product that you would buy for yourself. The fourth step is to design a cover on Ideogram. And the cover is basically your sales page. So you can use AI to generate it, but it needs to be very, very good. And that's why I'm recommending to use Ideograms, because I think it's the best tool to create covers and to create these kind of images. It will take you 30 minutes. I don't think it will take you much, much more. And the goal is to have your first book published on Amazon by the end of the first month. So month two, get traffic, we need to make our first sales, and we need to prove that it works. So we need to build our faceless TikTok account. We need to use a dedicated phone. So what it means that if I'm selling in the US and I have one book in the US and one book in the Spanish market, I cannot use the same phone for both. I need to differentiate, and I need to use one phone for the US market and one phone for the Spanish market. And I need to train the algorithm for 7 days before posting. After these 7 days, what does it mean to train the algorithm? It means that I need to consume content in that specific niche. So if I'm going for keto diet, then I will watch content on keto diet. I will comment on videos on keto diet. I will like, share, bookmark content in that specific niche. This way, when I start publishing content myself, the algorithm TikTok will know already what niche I'm in. The second step is to post daily AI created content. So quote clips, these videos before and after. We don't need to show our own face. We don't need to film ourselves, and it's going to be 100% AI generated. Our link in bio will go straight to our Amazon page, and every video is basically a free ad for your book. So one viral video will sell you hundreds of copies, if not thousands of copies. And of course, you need to talk about your book every single day on TikTok. So most people post twice and give up, post for 30 days straight, and you will see the difference. The goal here is to make 5 to 10 sales. You will probably make a lot more, but this will validate your idea. You know you have something real. And again, this will just show you that it's possible to make money online. This will break that barrier that will make you understand that you can actually make 5 to 10 sales online. And if you can make 5 to 10 sales, you can make 100, you can make 1000, and so on and so forth. Month 3, scale up. Once we validate this idea, once we know that this will work, we compound, we publish more. We turn one book into an income system. So we're going to create one new book per week. And if we create 10 books and we make 5 sales per day, and one sale is $7, then we're going to make $350 per day. And of course, the math will get good fast. We can create a book series on a bundle, for example. So instead of one book at $7, now we can make 3 books for $20. It's the same traffic, but the revenue is of course 3 times higher. We can also create the same book in different with different types. So for example, I can sell the paperback version, the hardcover, the Kindle, the audiobook, and so on and so forth. The third step is to optimize your TikTok content. So by now, we will have some winners on TikTok. We will have some videos that went viral. So we can understand what made them go viral, what worked on that specific content. So we can double down. Maybe it's the hook, maybe it's the sound that we use, maybe it's a sentence that we used in a specific image. So we can take that and create something similar. So if a hook worked very well, I can just create different versions of that hook, tweak it a little bit, and keep posting content with that specific hook. Third step is to collect the reviews and to use them as content. So of course, every 5-star review is a TikTok caption. Social proof sells more than books. And this is very important because of course, when sales are coming in, also reviews are going to come in, and we can use that, we can leverage that to make even more sales. So the goal here is to get consistent daily sales and to build a real income system, not just a side project. But I know what you might think. You might think, oh, but this niche is too saturated. Like the niche I want to publish in is too saturated. Pick another niche. If you only find saturated niches, then try to find an angle that is not saturated. So for example, keto diet is very saturated as a niche. But if we publish something for specific, like what we said earlier, so for example, keto diet for athletes, then it's different. It's not going to be as saturated anymore. And people will buy from people they connect with. Or you might say, I'm not tech savvy and I don't know how to do all these things that you are saying. But if you can just type a prompt into ChatGPT, then you can publish a book on Amazon. That's the whole skill set that you need to have. Can you type? Can you speak a little bit of English? Then you're done. I don't have an audience. Amazon has already 300 plus million buyers, and TikTok is going to send you a lot of traffic for free. So you don't need any audience. Or you might say, I don't have time. And that's the biggest lie that you can tell yourself, because AI will write the book for you in 3 days maximum. You get a cover in 30 minutes, and it takes 10 minutes to post on TikTok. So if anyone says, oh, I don't have time, I want them to open their phone and go look on their screen time and how much they spend on social media in general. And if it's more than 1 hour, I'm sure that 90% of the people watching this video have more than 1 hour of screen time on social media. So if that's the case, then you have enough time. You are just deciding that you would rather scroll on TikTok, on Instagram, or whatever, than to invest on your future. And that's fine. You just need to be clear with yourself. You need to be honest with yourself. It's not that you don't have time. It's just that you don't want to do it. Fine by me. Let's move on. So that's the 90-day roadmap. Month 1, foundation. Pick a niche with proven demand. Write a book with AI in 3 days. Design a cover on Ideogram. Publish on Amazon KDP. Month 2, launch. Build faceless TikTok account. post daily AI created content, get your first 5 to 10 sales, and of course, validate the concept. Month 3, scale it up, publish one book per week, create a series and bundles, compound TikTok traffic, and build a real income system. But I know that if it's the first time that you hear about all these things, then it can get quite overwhelming. It can be overwhelming to create a book on with Claude. It can be overwhelming to create the cover on Ideogram, to publish on Amazon, to publish content on TikTok. So that's why I created a school community, which is entirely free, and you can join, and you will find all the guidance that you will need to do all these steps. I created a free course, which is entirely free. There is no catch, and it will guide you from zero to posting, to publishing your book on Amazon, and to posting content on TikTok that will drive you traffic and will get you sales. So I want you to go in the description now, click the link, and join the community.